All right, welcome back to Modern Mondays here at Guardian Game. We had kind of an epic match there that went to turns, and they took all of the turns, and no one won the match. So we have a bunch of artists that are drawing draws here at Guardian, full of talented and creative people. But it looks like we've got our round number 2 out of 4 set and ready to go. Shuffling up some decks. We have one table left. Mikey O'Connor. They are playing some blue-red Prowess, and on table right, it looks like we have Alex Leakum playing Burn.
Playing Burn. And the question would be, have we seen any Rhino tokens yet? A thing that I saw from a Burn player at the store championships who showed me their Rhino tokens before beginning their game.
Just got to make sure you have all of your tokens. All right, we do have a little test for the Burn player, and we decided that the Ragman needs to die.
What do you think about that?
If you don't have any other removal for it, yes, I agree with it. Searing Blaze would have been like the most punishing play for Alex to have. But
as a non-Burn player, I hate to see the turn 2 Searing Blaze. Never fun.
Yeah, he sort of just resigned to losing at that point.
Yeah, it's real punishing, but just gonna run out the charm.
All right, will the monkey live? Okay, we got to draw off the bobble. Got anything good in there? This would be an interesting matchup. It's gonna be fairly quick.
Do you have a favorite here? It seems pretty kind of more chance dependent really than deck advantaged A or B.
Yeah, I mean, Alex is going to have some better probably sideboard cards for the matchup, depending on like what pro red creatures you have in your sideboard, and some Path to Exile. So might be able to play a little bit more of a controlling list. But we're just throwing Burn at Mikey right now, and so if Mikey can survive and get some good flips off this Ragavan, we could have a game, but 18's a lot.
18's a lot, and do you think Mikey has any way to come back from 9 in their main deck? Seems unlikely.
Well, Alex has 2 cards left. You can hope that they're kind of clunkers, maybe some more lands. All right, Shredder.
Shredder's not terrible.
I found Shredder to be very good against Burn because it blocks almost any permanent threats that they have.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
Not terrible.
Getting some Prowess triggers here.
Mm-hmm.
And two Prowess triggers.
And the Bolt. Do you cast that? Yeah.
I guess that was 1 Prowess trigger. There we go.
They marked it as 4, but it should have been both the Lava Dart and the Bauble.
We didn't cast the Lava Dart. It just went to the graveyard off Shredder. So yeah, I think they had the correct number of Prowess counters there. Oh, that's not what you want to see if you're Alex.
Yep.
Because 4 plus 4 doesn't equal 9, and 2 times 3 is only 6.
Yeah, giving them a little breathing room. Ooh, going down to 8. Prowess 1. Second spell about to happen.
Got another
bolt. Seems good. That's going to shut it out right there.
Oh, and that was a handful of lands there. So, oh, how the tables turn, or the turntables.
That's right.
Something
Nature of the game we play, though, Travis, I've been told.
All right, Mikey, up a game here. Sideboard, what are we going to have hanging out in there? Any counter spells? Looks like we maybe got a Fluster. Not quite sure. Let's see. Looks like some Spell Pierces going in.
And you take out what?
Darts
Lava
are
Dart
pretty bad because they don't actually kill any of the creatures that Alex has.
Especially when you're looking at an Eidolon, you don't want Lava Dart around. Are there targets you suggest or prefer other than obvious Searing Blaze? Do you think you save your counter spell effects for an Eidolon if you can get it? I guess you can't with Spell Pierce. But
No, yeah, I think you're just basically trying to like play a tempo game, like land a threat, maybe counter a removal spell, and hope to overwhelm Alex's removal with your creatures and prowess triggers. Looks like Alex has taken out Skewer the Critics. It seems like usually Skewer the Critics and Rift Bolts are like the worst burn in the deck. And let's just do a little check-in and see what we've got on our backup table. What do we have over here?
That's some high-techery, Travis.
We've got, okay, looks like we got Hammer Time versus Titan hanging out over there. So
Indeed we do.
Might be able to get to that match if these folks finish up. Isn't it fun pressing the buttons and moving around?
The panning, it's really something. I'm impressed. Travis, would you like a chocolate chip cookie? I brought some chocolate chip cookies.
Oh.
Chat, these are whole grain chocolate chip cookies with walnuts and whole wheat flour.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we got some snacks.
Some
We
little
got
sea
some
salt
snacks
on
and
top
beverages.
there. The triple chocolate chip here. We got dark and semi-sweet and bittersweet chocolates.
Living the high life here, drinking some beers,
Hey, baby.
talking trash about Magic.
Who takes care of you?
Life is good.
All right. See a Boros Charm there from young Alex. Not seeing too much else. You may be able to pan in there. I don't believe we've discussed Mikey's shirt there, but kind of going over the basics of the game
That's a pretty cool shirt.
for their opponent, being a helpful player as always.
They know you're pro whenever you're wearing the brain dead.
Wait a minute, what am I
Mikey
supposed to
shirt.
do? Look down.
All right, looks like we have a mulligan for Alex. Burn is a deck that really, really doesn't like to mulligan because you're sort of you want to.
Every one of those cards.
Yep. Usually you need a creature to do a permanent spell to do some amount of damage.
Yep.
And then to not flood out. It's been a bit mitigated with all the Horizon lands. I think Burn's usually playing like five of those. So you're not, flooding out used to be worse, but still not great. Whoa.
Interesting opener.
Okay.
Leyline of the Void. Now, what is that doing?
Lava Dart, it shuts off, but I feel like Mikey probably, maybe this is Alex having a little bit of lack of experience playing against a Prowess deck where, you're siding out.
Or maybe he has him read for Murktide.
This is sort of what you want with your burn. You want
It's true.
creatures connecting, and we're gonna heat the guide, which I always find this to be a very interesting decision.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think you get the Swift Spear.
I usually always hit the Swift Spear if it's early in the game because I feel like that card does more damage, and I like the fact that guide is going to maybe give you some card advantage.
Agree.
But I think you can go either way.
And also, you potentially open yourself up to a blowout if you heat the Swift Spear there with the untapped red mana showing. Seems unlikely, but could have a bolt in hand. And then you just lose, lose. Although I guess you play it either way in that case and didn't get played, so probably not.
Mikey made the safer play for sure.
But I agree with you. I think the flipping the land is very desirable, and that Monastery Swift Spear is probably going to do just as much damage, really, over the long haul.
All right. We're getting a treasure, and oh man.
Wow, I think you cast that. Maybe you cast the Shredder and then you cast that.
Ball's rolling uphill here. Might be a Darcy there too, I think. Another Darcy. All right.
Spinning a Shredder.
Haven't seen the light up the stage in a while.
It's a good card. Is that a normal inclusion in Prowess lists now?
Yeah,
I just don't know the meta well enough.
Yeah, there's not a really set build for the Prowess decks. Not all of them are playing monkeys. folks are playing some different card advantage spells. I would say it's usually been espressive iteration over light up the stage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can see why, really. Not conditional and real good. Chat pointing out Leyline of the Void is a strange choice in burn, even just at all, when you could be playing the white creatures, I imagine, is what chat's thinking. Certainly what I wonder when I see that card. Don't you just play
I feel like
Sanctifier or
that's a
Firewalker
trauma
or some of that?
a trauma response.
Somebody's been bitten by the graveyard decks.
Yeah,
No, I've been there. I can sympathize with that. Right or wrong, I've been there.
All right.
And what do we have here?
Exquisite Firecraft. Used to be a modern sideboard staple. I've actually seen it coming back a little bit these days. But yeah, it's going to throw 4 damage. If you have Spell Mastery, it is uncounterable. There was not Spell Mastery, so that was just a 3 for 4 right there. All right. Just cast in the light of the stage for
that is a
full effect.
lot of creatures on the Prowess side of the battlefield. I can't help but notice. And about to get a Ledger Shredder, followed by Consider. 2 spells built in. There you go. Oh, I guess I was not following the mana development here because can't do both of those.
All right. It's like a lightning bolt hanging out on the top.
Now this prompts me to ask, what do you think about all these alternate arts floating around? Makes your job harder, I imagine, sometimes.
It does. I know. It makes me feel like a boomer where I'm like, what's that card? That's a lightning bolt.
There you go.
But I do like the old border stuff. I feel for years I felt like with Magic, I was like, extended arts, all this stuff, don't really care. I just like all my original art cards, and then they did the reprinting stuff in old borders, and man, they got me real hard there.
That is humorous to me too, because you do, in other spheres of influence in your life, kind of have this function over form as sort of ethic that you like to enact, and I think with good reason. And yet, when it comes to the card game that we play, I buy the flat basic cheapos, and you're like, I gotta have the blank.
I mean, I like function and form, if we're going to be honest here.
Well, of course.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Cast and Consider. We're doing the double surveil there.
And Alex with only 1 card in hand, I think. That's going to...
Yeah, so the DRC does not have Delirium because Mikey doesn't have a graveyard.
Leyline shutting off. Maybe that's what it was supposed to do. And Chad asks, does the Leyline shut off the Ledger Shredder? But that's a cast discard trigger, right?
Yeah, it's not. I think it's just if you discard a
graveyard.
non-land card, so that it's not if a non-land card it goes to your graveyard. So.
The Quivering Palm. Nobody sees that coming. Or Deflecting Palm. Deflecting Palm, pardon me. Get my D&D monk confused there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's game.
Yeah.
The damage from the